Sorry, I just woke up from a nap. Now I'm hungry and I'm really excited. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Just Food, another video series of healthy alternatives for you guys to enjoy some of your favorite meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even dessert. And today we're making one of my favorites. It's what you're not going to believe. Mac and cheese. And as we make this, it's almost going to feel like we're making something completely different because all these ingredients, I went to the store and purchased myself and I was like, how is this going to make mac and cheese? Well, I'm about to show you. Let's get started. I have to give a huge shout out to Cindy McLaughlin Ramsey from Egg Harbor Township who actually sent me this recipe. I was stalking her on our Cat Country Snapchat and she posted what looked to be the most awesome mac and cheese ever. So we're going to make it thanks to her. Okay, so what we're cooking with today is 1 cup cubed and cooked potatoes, a half a cup of cubed and cooked carrots, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1/4 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, which I love oh so much, it's my favorite. 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice, 1.5 teaspoons of arrowroot flour, which I couldn't find at the store, but arrowroot flour is also very similar to tapioca flour, both of which are very gluten-free and healthy alternatives to regular flour, so this should work too. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, and half a tablespoon of sea salt. Now, again, I couldn't find nutritional yeast. You can find that in your dairy section in the fresh foods area. An alternative to nutritional yeast is Parmesan cheese, and I really wish I waited it out to make the venture to ShopRite to get it, but due to crunch time, I just stuck with the Parmesan cheese. You're not gonna die. It's just cheese. Unless you're like lactose intolerant or allergic to cheese, then don't get the cheese. Make the trek to ShopRite. But you can get all these ingredients there or at an Acme near you. I live closer to an Acme than a ShopRite, and I'm lazy. First thing we're gonna do is boil some water. We have a pot here for the potatoes and the carrots that we're gonna boil because we're gonna blend all these things together to make your cheese base. So really what we're making here is the cheese on your mac and cheese. So you can grab any pasta that you would actually like. I stuck with the healthy trend here, and I got brown rice pasta, and I got the shells because I love mac and cheese shells. Elbows are traditional, I know, but I just love the mac and cheese shells. But brown rice pasta might take a little longer to cook, so we're gonna start with that. I'm gonna see how much I can actually eat. I could probably eat this entire thing, but we'll stick with the moderate proportions. Okay, that could probably feed 2 people, but like I said, I just woke up from a nap and I'm really hungry. And Ash wants some of that, so maybe she'll have some. You can't have it, silly goose. Okay, we're gonna let that sit there for around 14 minutes, 14 to 16 minutes on a medium-high heat. Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes and counting.
So she says. Okay, so while we wait for that to cook, we're gonna cube up some potatoes and carrots. I think this is gonna be mainly the foundation of your cheese, so we're gonna cube these up, but you only need a cup of the potatoes and half a cup of the carrots before we put them in this pot to boil them for 5 minutes. So I'm gonna get to dicing. You know what I just realized as I was chopping these? I should have probably peeled the skin off, right, Cindy? I don't think I want skin in my mac and cheese, so I'm gonna have to start from scratch on this one. Okay, after strenuous chopping and peeling to recover my mistakes, we have a cup of potatoes that I'm gonna throw into some water here. Now time to chop up our carrots. It probably would have been easier to get like whole actual fresh carrots, but I could use these for a snack later. I'm trying to be resourceful. Okay, and you only need half a cup of carrots. So I'm gonna throw this in the water as well and put it on a medium to high boil for 5 minutes. So I'm gonna check back with Siri. We still have, we have 3 minutes left of the pasta, so we'll just keep those on for a little bit longer. We'll let the pasta rest, and we'll blend everything together. Our spices, our olive oil, our flour, our almond milk, and all the good stuff. Okay, so this recipe calls for a blender. A margarita blender will do, right? Attack of the macaroni! Make sure you're stirring. And this is why I hardly cook. turn down the heat just a little bit while we put all of our ingredients into this blender and mix it on up. Let's start with 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1/4 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, 1 teaspoon of garlic and onion powder. I just have to get these things open. Ooh, perfect timing. Our potatoes and our carrots are done, so I'm gonna put them into our blender as well. I got onion powder in my mouth. Okay, teaspoon of onion powder. Yes, I use my palm. I'm Italian. Teaspoon of garlic powder. That might be a generous teaspoon. Now, 1½ teaspoons of arrowroot flour, but in a replacement of that, we have tapioca flour. Both work equally well. I just was too lazy to go to ShopRite. I also, in this case, wouldn't use my hands, but I don't have a teaspoon measure. I don't cook, people, okay? Thank you, Cindy, for challenging me to do my best and make myself a better person every single day. And for my love of food, you know? Okay, now I need 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice. I'm not really gonna measure this out. I'm just gonna throw it in there because I love lemon, have one every morning. Oh, my sliced lemons are falling apart on me. Maybe this wasn't the smartest idea, but whatever, lemon juice is lemon juice. Make sure you don't have any cuts on your finger because this really sucks. I've never had brown rice pasta before, but it smells so good. Okay, now like I said, nutritional yeast is not yeast, what you cook with. It's sort of different. You purchase it in the fresh, maybe the dairy section. It's usually chilled, and that's because it acts almost as like a nutty, cheesy flavoring, and kind of gives you that raise of cooking, that thickness that you can enjoy, but it's a gluten-free alternative to Parmesan cheese. I went with the Parmesan cheese because, again, like I said, it's not going to kill you, it's just cheese. So if you're looking to make this whole thing super healthy, like I probably should have done, then go to town, get that nutritional yeast. I chickened out and I just got Parmesan cheese because it's mac and cheese, you know? But we're going to throw a tablespoon of this into our cheese blend mixture. We're about to blend it all up. And finally, top it off with ½ teaspoon of salt just to give it some of that flavor. Sea salt is preferred. Now we're gonna throw in our potatoes and carrots and blend it all together to give you that cheese. I do sort of wish this was going to be a margarita, but mac and cheese is equally great, right? Okay, so far my thoughts are confused, but it really smells like cheese. I mean, given, yes, I put Parmesan in here, but I think that the yeast, the nutritional yeast would give the same effect because it has that cheesy, nutty flavor. It has pieces of carrot in it still, but look, it really looks like cheese in there. We're gonna keep blending. I'm honestly so surprised. Does that not look like the cheese that you're gonna put on mac and cheese right now? I don't know if I want to taste it alone, but it smells like cheese. That's literally basically cheese. I'm mind blown. I'm shocked, Cindy. I'm not saying that I didn't have any faith in you, but holy cow, where did you find this recipe? Thank you for sending it our way. Okay, I can't wait any longer. I don't care if it's not fully blended or not. It smells delicious. I'm so excited to try this. I'm gonna put it over this beautiful bed of pasta and watch the magic happen. Okay, seriously? I'm freaking out. It literally looks like mac and cheese. What does it taste like? Well, I'm nervous it's not gonna be good as Cindy's because hers looked awesome, but let's give it a try. Honestly, not too bad. It could use a little more flavor. I might add some salt to it. And you can add salt and pepper to taste at the table, and even maybe some jalapenos to throw in there, some jalapeno juice or something like that. Cindy said that works well as too, but if you know me, I can't do spicy, so I'm just gonna stick with salt and pepper. Honestly, I'm so completely blown out of this world by how legit this looks like mac and cheese. Look, I know it's kind of glary, but that literally looks like mac and cheese, and I added some salt and pepper to it to my liking. So good. You can tell it has that fresh, organic taste to it. And I'm gonna eat this whole thing. And yes, this is kind of a lot. I'm gonna eat this whole thing guilt-free because it's healthy mac and cheese, a healthy alternative to some of your favorite foods. Thanks for watching another episode, episode 2. Gotta chew your food before you talk, Rach. That's what Mama always says. We made healthy mac and cheese. Enjoy yours guilt-free. Stick around for next week. I don't know what we're making yet. It's gonna be a surprise, but no matter what you make, even if you mess up, don't you worry because it's just food. See you next week. Oh, and duh, I almost forgot. If you have any healthy alternative recipes you'd like me to try and make for Just Food, send the recipe our way to a message in Cat Country Mornings with Joe and Rachel on Facebook. I can't wait to try your recipes.